dividing fractions. Okay, why does that look weird? Whatever. Well, I want you to think of it as dividing fractions. It just looks a little bit different. Okay? So when we divided fractions, it's like we only had one divide sign. Okay? Here, we're just have fractions inside of our fractions. But other than that, it's the exact same as dividing the fractions and multiplying like we did before. So we're going to rewrite this. Copy the top, 8y over 5x squared. And then instead of writing it over like a fraction, I'm going to write divide and then our fraction down below. This means the exact same thing. It's just a different way of looking at it.
So I have to write new this one. Still sign.
Okay, so we do that with these ones.
It's not the next. It has
It's different.
Questions on where that stuff came from? Okay. When we divided fractions, how did we do it?
Reciprocal of the right one.
Flip. Skip, change, flip. So we're going to keep my 8y over 5x squared. We're going to change my divide sign to a multiply. And we're going to flip this last fraction. So 15x cubed is going on top. On bottom, 18y to the fifth. Okay. From there, when I multiplied fractions, how did I do it?
You just cross multiply them.
No, you
Not cross multiply, but we can
Cross
cross
cancel.
cancel. Good.
Yeah, you don't want
What do you want to cancel?
Why?
let's take out a 2y from that 8 and
So change my 8 into a
then 4.
4. What else do I have to pull out?
Just
A
get
2.
that y out of there.
Hold on. Deal with your 2 first.
Oh, then take it.
9.
Take the 2 out of my 18. You have to take out the same thing, and it becomes 9.
9.
Okay, what else do you want to deal with?
Take
Y.
5 out of the.
My
Nine.
y's. Hold on, I heard y's first. So we'll deal with y's.
Cancel the top one off.
Cancel the top one completely, and how much do I have left on bottom?
Wow.
You're gonna have 4.
4.
Yes.
Okay, what else can I do?
You can take out some 5s out.
5s. Does this, what happens to this 5?
That one goes completely away.
Goes completely away. What happens to my 15?
Turns into a 3.
3. Okay, anything else?
X's.
X's.
Cancel out your X's.
Cancel out all of them?
Goes all the way.
Yep.
Good job.
All of them cancel?
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Cancel.
Just all of them on bottom.
Take her
All of them
out.
on bottom. How much do I have on top?
One.
One.
You only got one.
Take them all out. Honestly.
Get him out of here.
Okay, so I have 4, 3, X, 9, and Y. Can I cancel anything else?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
9.
3 and 9. Which one am I canceling out?
Definitely the 3.
3, and the
Okay.
9 becomes
Becomes
Three.
3.
3. Can I do anything else?
No.
Okay, read the top to me.
4, X, 9.
Y.
Over
4 X over 3.
3, Y to the 4th.
Good.
Oh, you did a really good job.
We did do a really good job.
Amazing.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Maybe
Okay.
just change it.
Questions here?
No.
Copied on this example?
Holy, that's a whole lot. Hold on.
Jesus.
Are we doing 4?
Guys, take out those.
So put one like on top or something.
Bruh.
This is gonna take half the hour. Jeez.
It goes from.
You have to make that out.
I mean,
No, just look at it anyway.
It's just one though.
See, like, when are we gonna use this problem in real life?
Right now.
on your final.
I use it all the time. When
That's
I go
not
to
real
houses.
life.
Yeah, it is.
you're being asked a question, you'll use your knowledge that you learned right now, solve it
Thanks,
in the
Ben.
future.
How's he
Thanks,
supposed to
Ben.
do your taxes?
Exactly. She doesn't know, and neither do
Well,
I.
let's say 2m squared.
This is how you do your taxes.
So I do.
I like to be difficult like this.
Go
I do
ahead.
them when
I'll
I'm
teach
alone.
myself.
No one's stopping you.
It's like a challenge.
Me too.
No.
Okay, does everyone have a copy down?
No.
No.
Then do it fast.
Let's go.
Okay.
Good.
I have a fraction divided by a fraction. So we're gonna try to do some things
15 flip.
so we don't have 800 steps. Okay.
Well, let's factor that
The
back.
first thing, I want to look at my top fraction. I want to factor something out. Looking at the top of my top fraction, what can I do?
Take out a 3.
Take out a 3. So if I take a 3 out, what's left?
M squared.
3. Wow.
6 plus 5.
Minus 6 plus 5?
No, minus 5. No.
Minus 6m plus 5.
6m plus
Oh.
5. Thank you.
Okay.
Page.
Okay, the bottom of my top fraction, what can I do with it?
5.
Take a 5 out, what does it become?
And plus 7.
Okay. Then I have divide.
I need to move this all over one.
We're not going to flip yet because we're dividing. My top part of my bottom fraction, what can I do with it?
Take out an m squared.
M squared. When I take it out, I get
M.
just m.
And
Minus 1.
M minus
Okay, you guys have this really bad habit of not doing your minus 1 or plus 1. Okay, what's important is if you have this, I mean, I get where you're coming from, that you've pulled out everything out of the back, but when you multiply this, all you have is m cubed, which is not all you have there. So you need that minus 1 and plus 1.
Okay.
Okay. What can I do with the bottom part of my bottom fraction?
2m.
2m,
M plus 7.
m plus 7. Okay, questions here? Okay. Now we're going to deal with our dividing. Instead of dividing, we're going
Multiply,
to
keep, change, flip.
multiply and flip this one. Okay? You'll notice everything is good except for this top right here. I want it to look like these. So how do I factor it?
M
Minus
minus
1.
2.
Do what?
M minus 5 and minus 1.
Okay. Is he on the phone?
Over my bottom part is fine. Okay. Then we're going to multiply and flip, so your bottom is now your top. 2m.
well, you can cancel out
7.
now.
Now we're good to go.
You can really give them a good old. You can really give them. You can really just kick them out. You see that n minus 1? Kick it out of here. Kick it
What
out of
else?
here.
And the plus
Honestly.
7.
That plus 7? Booter.
What else?
Booter. The.
You're gonna want to start canceling some numbers.
The
Your
M's.
m's. Your m's.
What m's?
2
One on the bottom remains.
2m and m squared.
There you go.
This 2 too?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
But
Anything
multiply
else?
the 3 and the 2.
No. Oh, you're
Okay.
literally.
You lost
So
me.
I have what?
You lost me on that one.
We had an m here and an m
Well,
squared.
actually fine. Okay.
M and m squared.
Yeah.
So one m cancels and I have one on bottom.
Oh, alright.
And then these are just your minus 1s and plus 1s.
Yep.
Okay. 3 times 2 is?
That's 6.
What else do I have up top?
M
Minus
minus
5.
5.
Anything else?
5m
No.
on the bottom.
5m on the bottom. Can anything else cancel?
No.
No.
Okay.
Wait, do we not need to like? Oh no, we don't.
Distribute that? Okay. Questions on that one? Okay. The next thing we're going to do This is more of the complex fractions as opposed to simplifying.
Are these the next two problems?
No, this is
Yes.
probably 7.
I see it.
So copy down this problem.
Is it still on the first page? Better not be.
Bruh.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Are we on the first? Yeah, we.
Boys.
Well,
We're
there's
just, like,
only
writing
one
these.
day 3, so.
I'm writing that where.
Well, there's like 3 more pages.
Oh yeah, I can do it.
Which is at the
Well,
top.
8-6
Oh,
we're
that's
doing
tomorrow.
tomorrow. So.
Well, like, there's no.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny, wanna fight?
No,
So they
particularly.
get us a
Okay, stop.
No, I'm like, I got them down.
Not particularly.
I need a massage.
I had my sake.
I'm sorry, what is where does that?
Probably
Not
not
in the
the
throat.
first
I'm guessing
part,
you're
right?
G-like-D-like-D-die-right-die-go.
Wait, you should use this card.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that's saying.
Jelly bellies,
Like actually, or
Sometimes I don't know
Like
where
a tea
to use
party,
it.
that
Just
tea
kind
party.
of do your thing.
And I forgot the gummy.
I think we got that, so we can-
G-like-D-like.
Oh, the next
Okay, does everyone have it copied down?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
When you have
alright.
adding and subtracting, so obviously we still have fraction on top of fraction stuff.
Yep.
But when you are adding and subtracting within a top or bottom and numerator or denominator, you need to get a common denominator
Do what?
between everything. Okay? So you'll notice this top denominator is x minus 4. What's this denominator with 1?
1.
1. What's the denominator with this one?
X minus 4.
So what do you think is going to be my least common denominator with
X
everything?
minus 4.
X minus 4. So I want everything to have a denominator of x minus 4. How many things don't have a denominator of x minus 4?
1.
1. So I need to take care of that one thing, which is this. What should I do to it?
Multiply it.
By
X minus 4.
x minus 4.
Honestly,
Honestly.
very simple.
So let's copy our top down. We got 3 over x minus 4 divided by, what's this going to become?
1 minus 1 over
X
x
minus
minus
4 over X minus 4.
X
Yeah.
minus 4 over x minus 4. You need to multiply your top and bottom.
Okay.
And then I have my minus 2 over x minus 4. So the only thing we did is change that 1 into an x minus 4 over x minus 4. Questions on that stuff?
Honestly, no questions at this point. This is.
What does that say above the top x minus 4?
Ms. Judis, we do have
3.
one question, and
No,
it's coming from
on the
Karen.
left side, what is that?
LCD?
Oh,
Least common.
What?
We do have a question, it's from Karen, actually. Johnny said there's no questions, but it's one's from
Right.
Karen.
Honestly,
Okay.
beautiful job informing.
When
I
I
got
divide, that's the same as multiplying and flipping, right?
Yeah.
So let's leave our first one.
Yeah.
3 over x minus 4.
We're doing that right now.
And instead of rewriting this, we're going to, instead of divide, we're going to do
Multiplication.
multiply.
X minus 4 over X minus 4.
Okay.
Times this. We must do our times.
Okay, we need to flip this, right? So what's going on top?
X minus 4 over 2.
Hold on. X minus 4 goes on top.
Yes.
Okay, on bottom, let's simplify. Do I have any other x's on this top?
Nope.
No. What is negative 4 minus 2? Negative 6. Does everyone know how I got this?
Yes.
Yes, I actually do understand.
Alright, Johnny, are you ready for this one? Do you have your book with? I do. You guys remember?
What are we doing? What?
I got lots.
So all we did is flip this.
Yeah.
Right, change from divide to multiply. Flip this, so your x minus 4 is on top. And then this minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. Okay, now that I'm multiplying, we love to get to multiply because that means I can cancel. What happens?
You're gonna want to remember X minus.
My minus 4's cancel,
Look at that booth, dude.
and I get 3 over x minus 6.
Miss did it.
Okay.
Honestly, you got like the best food I've ever seen. Googling things out is just so great.
Wait, can't you do 1 over x minus 2?
No, because you
I'm
can't.
trying
This
to think,
isn't.
because like, won't it also
This
be a
isn't
fraction?
6
Not say
x.
stuff like that.
Oh, right.
So you can't pull anything out.
She's Googling.
Stop. So crazy.
I don't know if I can.
Better than Blair Walsh.
Changing up all these problems.
What?
Change is hard. Have you ever tried bending a coin?
Oh.
Copy down your next example.
You're gonna want to get all those to the same denominator. So you're gonna multiply by like x weights y.
No, you see how it's square? You see how it's square in the bottom there, Johnny? You follow me? You're gonna have to square them?
Okay. Shh.
I think it's gonna be 1. I'm taking a guess.
No, you're
The
gonna
whole thing's gonna get down to 1.
I think it's all gonna get down to 1. I'm
No.
calling it.
You
I'm
call
calling
it.
it.
I think it's gonna get down to 7.
Call
Are
it.
you writing it down where you're calling
I'm
it?
not
I think it's
writing
gonna
it
be
down.
1.
Dude, write it down.
Okay, does everyone have the problem copied down?
No. Yes, very much so.
Okay. Johnny says our first step is to find the least common denominator.
Johnny's wrong.
Johnny's a smart
So
guy.
first thing, do I have the same denominator here, 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 and
No,
here?
no.
Here I have an x. Here I have a y. X squared, y squared. Not the same.
No.
So I need to think of what's going to be the least thing that I have to multiply to get them all to be the same.
Square it.
Square, y squared.
Square
X squared, y squared. Where do you come up with that, Molly?
Because I'm smart.
They all.
it. It's funny because it's the other.
Okay, the
and not
biggest denominator of like both letters is x and y squared, and so you need to at least have an x and a y squared in each one of the denominators.
You tell them
Yeah.
all.
So because, like, here I have an x, but, like, the x squared kind of takes over. Because this is 1x, this is 2x. 2x is the most I ever get to. Same thing with y's. The most I ever get is 2y's. So my biggest denominator, my least, is x squared, y squared. That'll take care of everything. That takes care of my x, takes care of my y, x squared, y squared. Okay? So I want each denominator to be x squared, y squared, which means this first one has to be multiplied by what to get x squared, y squared?
X and y squared.
X, y squared. Okay. My other top one has to be multiplied by what?
X squared y.
X squared, y. My bottom left has to be multiplied by
Y squared.
only y squared. The x squared's full. And my last one only has to be multiplied by
X squared.
x squared. Okay. Questions on why we multiplied by certain things?
No, but this isn't really fun.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry. you
Okay.
said that way.
So we need to multiply out my fraction. So I'm going to have good 2xy squared over x squared y squared. Plus my 5x squared y over x squared y squared. All over, what do I get on bottom?
4y squared over x squared y squared.
Minus 95x squared over x squared y squared.
That's exactly what I was
Oh, good.
See,
Does
it
this
is gonna
still
be
equal
one.
one person?
thinking. I'm still holding on.
Actually, I might change my mind to 1. That doesn't sound pretty.
I'm gonna think. I actually think it's gonna equal
Wait, you guys can't guess now. You missed your guessing opportunity.
What?
Is that
1x
one
over
sheet?
2x.
Johnny, you need to calm down.
1x over 2x
Gotta-
would simplify to ours.
I would just put it in a higher form.
Okay, when I add, look at my numerator.
They're all the same. Not the numerators, the denominators.
The
are.
denominators are the
Pop
same.
quiz.
These are the same. So add your tops.
And
2xy squared plus 5x squared y.
Yeah, we just put this.
Can I make this
don't come back.
7xy squared?
X cubed.
What? Okay. Wait.
Can I add them?
Ew.
Probably
No.
Oh!
Look at your x. How many x do I have here?
2, 1.
How many x do I have here? Can I add x squared plus
Probably
2x?
not.
I would
No.
actually say you couldn't.
So don't add these.
2x plus x.
Okay, only if they look exactly the same. What's my denominator?
X squared, y squared.
X squared, y squared. All over. What's my bottom gonna look like?
Holy Jiminy Crickets, probably 4y2
4y squared.
That's 25.
minus 25x squared over x squared y squared. Probably.
Honestly, let's give her a round of applause on that.
It was awesome.
Thanks.
I need someone that has a calculator.
Not much.
Got one.
Molly.
Okay, I want you to take
Rank, rank.
2/3 divided by.
Why are we throwing in a new problem?
I'll do it.
1/4. No wait.
Are you done?
I hate myself.
Actually, flip those.
What is happening
2/3
now?
divided by what?
I want you to take 1/3 divided by 2/3.
Why?
Was.
I got 1/2.
You got 1/2. Okay, look at this problem.
Oh my god. It's 1/2.
How do I get 1/3 and 2/3 to 1/2? What
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah, so
You
half of
just-
it
you mul-
moves up.
You multiply the tops.
The
The top and
numerator
the bottom.
becomes the denominator.
No, you added them all.
What happened here?
You added 2.
My denominator was x minus 4. Here my denominator is x minus 4. What ended up happening with my x minus 4s?
Cancel them out.
Here, if I cancel my denominator, do I get 1/2?
We got 1/2.
Did you see that?
So, what do you think I should do with my x squareds, y squareds?
Cross them
Boodle.
off.
Get him out of here.
Boodle.
Boot him. Boot him.
It's the way of the road. It is the way of the road.
Okay,
What do the mermaid wear to?
so this is our new top
Algebra.
over our new bottom. Okay,
Alright.
so looking at our new top, what can I pull out of my top?
An X
Y.
and a Y.
2xy.
X and Y. I can pull a 2 out. 2 comes out of
No.
5.
Oh,
I
No,
thought-
2 does not go out of 5.
I can pull an XY out. What am I left with?
2 plus 5.
No.
Okay. 2y
X.
plus
Y.
x.
I give up on life.
Plus.
Why?
5x.
Good.
Over
Okay.
So I hope for half.
2.
Your bottom part is 4y squared minus 25x squared. You think I can get it? 1 to be 2y plus 5x?
No, you cannot. Wait, yes,
Yeah.
you can to do it.
Yeah. 2y parentheses.
Is 4 a perfect square?
Square
Yes.
Yes.
Is y a perfect square?
Square root.
Is 25 a perfect square?
2y
Is x squared?
minus 5
Yep.
x, and then the other one would be 2y plus 5x.
What?
Factoring.
Math count.
Hold on.
Square root, square root, square root, square root. Your plus and minuses have to cancel,
You can
so
boost.
they have to be the same thing.
Give him the boot.
One's just a
I
plus,
really
one's just a
want to give
minus.
it the boot. Can we just give it the boot right now?
Yes.
Give it. Give it the boot.
So your answer is xy over 2y minus 5x.
I was pretty
Okay,
close.
is there gonna be any problems with that ever again?
Yeah, that was honestly
And-
probably the worst thing I've ever done.
And this is how you do your taxes.
If you do them right, this is how you do it.
If this has taught us anything, it's how to do our taxes.
Welcome to Adult Life here.
Yeah,
it's a doozy.
It's like you figure out your grocery bill.
This is how you figure out what's wrong with your life.
Copy your last one down,
Where?
or don't.
On the top, on the top, on the top.
On the top. All right, we're doing it on the top.
They were
Wait, isn't there this? Do we use this too?
sorry.
That's 8-6. We're not doing 8-6.
This is a problem.
I promise this one is nice and
Johnny,
long.
you're not giving me the
Most
boot.
likely not.
Johnny, you're not giving me your
Person,
boot.
you cross the
Hey, look at that. Our bottoms are the same.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, wait.
No way.
Circle the ones that
I think Ken's mocking
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Funny.
I heard a comment that our bottoms are the same. Do we agree or disagree with that comment?
Agree.
We agree?
Agree.
Fiona, why do you disagree?
Because one is two is B. It would be minus
answer is yes.
B minus B
Yes.
plus 3, and the other one
Is it
is
better?
B plus B plus 3.
My least common denominator. Who thinks my LCD is B plus 3?
I do not.
It's not gonna
Can
be
I
right.
just add 3 onto
No.
these B's?
No.
No. So what's my least common denominator?
Be so much easier.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this one
Well,
really-
I can't get this to be this, so what's my last resort? What did we talk about
Multiply
yesterday?
them by each other.
Multiplying by each other. B times B
No.
plus 3 is my LCD.
You know, the why am I complaining actually doesn't make it go faster or
This is
hurt
our
us.
first time. Just let us have it.
It's definitely not Ed's first time. Maybe the first time
This
in the
whole
last
time
2
I've been
seconds,
really-
but.
I'm not sure.
This whole time I've been really into this.
Yeah, I've loved getting given the boot.
Boot.
Okay, my 2 over B, what is it missing?
I don't know.
B plus 3.
B plus 3. What is my B plus 3 missing?
B.
B, what's my B missing?
B plus 3.
What's my B plus 3 missing?
Hey,
B.
hey, I don't look like a B. Oh, so you're doing this.
Sorry.
You know this.
She's minty, boys.
She's minty.
Okay. We need to distribute my 2 to both of those. So I end with 2B
Or
plus 6. Okay. What do I know when I subtract these, my denominator is going to be?
B times B plus 3.
So can we just subtract right away?
Obviously.
Okay. So I have minus how much?
5B.
5B. All over. Distribute. And I get
3B plus 9
3B plus 9
plus 3B
plus 3B
all over
all over.
times B plus 9.
Good.
Honestly, good job. I didn't think you could do it, and you did it. You really proved me wrong on that one.
I'm just really
What's
hoping
going to
there's
happen
something.
with what?
Dude, are we gonna
We're
boot
gonna
some?
boot them.
Boot what?
Boot
B
him.
times B plus 3.
Denominators go away.
Give him the boot.
What can I do with my top?
Give him the boot.
Probably put it on the top,
Simplify it.
and you're gonna have
Simplify it. I get what?
pull it.
Negative 3 plus 6.
On bottom, I get
Pull out a 3.
9. We're just gonna have
6B.
Go to 9.
Not 9. You're gonna have plus 6B.
Whoa.
You can't pull out a 3.
How did you get negative 3B plus 6?
And then you're gonna want to
2 minus 5. Negative 3 plus 6.
Life is just gonna be
Oh,
breezy.
You're gonna be just sitting by the.
What can I pull out of the top, if anything?
3.
Negative 3.
Negative 3.
Beer in the hand.
B what?
B.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. On bottom, what can I pull out?
3.
3, and I'm left with
2 plus 3. 2B plus 3.
what cancels?
You sound like
B
the guy
plus
who's like.
3. There's 3.
So I have negative.
Negative
B
B
minus
minus
2.
2 over 2B plus 3. Heck to the yeah. We're done.
You know what you sounded like Emily right there?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you sound like. Are you ready to
Rumble.